a time traveler from the year 2671 who came to warn us about 2025. March 30th, a mile-wide asteroid is going to hit Central America, and millions will be killed, and it's going to be crazy. Then April 20th, many of the world's largest volcanoes will erupt, and for some reason, this is going to cause a lot of pressure in Yellowstone, Fuji, and Mauna Loa, and we'll see some massive eruptions.
This is all this year?
Yeah, this is all this year. This is what this time traveler came to say.
I'm just keeping track here.
September 21st, the first ever Category 6 hurricane will hit the United States. It'll be heavily focused and wind speeds of 400 miles per hour.
Okay.
It's going to be a hurricane named Karen. I'm not even kidding. This is what the
I'm stop writing. I was literally writing these down like an idiot.
Anyway, it's all over TikTok. I just didn't know if you saw it or not.
Is the hurricane going to complain to management?
I'm sure it will.
Alafia! My name is Oshun Amare. On this channel, we uncover the creepiest, most unusual haunted TikToks the internet has to offer for entertainment purposes. Y'all are my soul tribe. Tribe is with a Y because the Y is for you, and that's because I love you so freaking sneaking much. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the Soul Tribe for your weekly dose, coming to you every Sunday and Thursdays. And baby, I love you. Let's get to this video.
Disgusting marriage rituals around the world.
Kenya. The Maasai people in Kenya have a tradition that involves the bride's father spitting on her face. At the wedding, this is supposed to be a blessing. Sudan. In southern Sudan, a woman must have 2 babies before the marriage is considered legitimate. If she does not provide her husband with 2 children, he can divorce her. Romania. In Romania, a weird game is played by the groom when he kidnaps his bride. If he is able to keep her hidden from her family for a couple of days, she will be his wife. If she escapes or gets caught, she won't. Fiji. In Fiji, before the groom can get permission to marry the bride, he must bring a whale's tooth to her father in order to be allowed to proceed with the ceremony.
Now we are driving to the Chateau d'Amois. We just crossed over into Belgium, so we're out in the middle of nowhere in the Belgian countryside. This place is absolutely as notorious as they come. Definitely some anxiety in the air as we try to expose these creeps. This is a place a lot of people, I can guarantee, haven't heard of, but I want to raise awareness so that people do know what it is and they understand the very dark possibilities of what may be happening inside its walls. Yeah, we're 3 minutes away.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, looks like they got this place under fucking lock and key now.
So we're right here. The chateau is right over here in this area to our left. The security here is fucking bananas. I mean, dude, this is actually crazy. Look at how thick this forest is here. You cannot see through. So like, whatever the is even behind this, I don't even know. If the allegations of human hunting parties that happen here are true, that would mean that it would be most likely in this forest area where those kids are being hunted and murdered.
I Get creeped out? Let's keep talking about the 11-mile drive ritual. This ritual is done to attain what you truly desire. Go watch the first 2 parts if you haven't seen them, picking up right where we left off. On the 5th mile, you will come to a clearing. The lining of trees on your left will disappear and will reveal a lake that has no end. Over the lake, there will be a beaming, glowing moon, so bright that your vehicle's headlights will no longer be required. Restrain yourself from gazing at this moon. If you look at it for even more than a few seconds, the road in front of you will end, throwing your vehicle into the water. Here you would freeze in mere minutes. The voices you previously heard will have disappeared for this mile, but don't rejoice because they will be back. On the 6th mile, take into account that you are halfway done. Despite the progress, this is where you may lose hope. All of those brilliant stars will have disappeared at this point, leaving the sky as an empty black abyss. The clearing will have ended at this point, and you'll be back driving through the woods. It will be very dark, the only light provided by your headlights. However, they will flicker from time to time, leaving you in complete darkness, even if they had been in complete perfect working order beforehand. If you have a radio in your vehicle, it will turn on by itself. If you hadn't previously shut the radio off like suggested, it will produce an overwhelming screech that will throw you off of your path. A calm voice will begin to speak to you about the greatest horrors that you fear. It will speak in such a way that it will cause you to visualize these horrors in your mind, so try not to listen to it. If you begin to imagine those horrors, it will be too much for you and you will be veered off of the path. Trying to turn off the radio will prove to be no use. As you approach the end of the mile, the voice will slowly fade out, leaving your ears at peace for now. On the 7th mile, the voices from those earlier figures will return, but this time it won't just sound like whispers. It will sound like screams that grow louder as these creatures come closer. At some point on this mile, you'll hear one of their voices right in your ear, as if it's sitting right behind you. That's because it is. One of these figures has found its way into your vehicle. Do not turn around. This being's face is so terrifying that it will shock you into paralysis and you will veer off of the road. If you don't pay attention to it, you will become uninterested and leave, hopefully. These shadowy figures, these beings, are said to be people who traveled down this road before but didn't make it to the end. They lived the remainder of their existence suffering in the darkness, waiting to bring other travelers down with them. It has been said from previous travelers that these beings cannot physically harm you though, so as long as they don't cause you to wreck, you should be fine. Follow for part 4.
Where is that 11-mile road located so I can stay clear away from it? Like, what? No, hell no. Did you know that setting aside as little as $300 from each paycheck into a max-funded IUL instead of a 401k can give you $610,000 tax-free money and will provide you with $60,000 a year tax-free in retirement? Comment IUL below if you want more information. If you're open to being a financial professional licensed in your state, please send me an email at essence@tenaciouscashflowacademy.com.
Can you believe that in the last story time, one of the people in the comments said that me asking y'all to get y'all snack is overrated? They said that the stories are good, but the fact that I asked y'all to get y'all snacks is annoying. So I will no longer be asking you guys to get your snack. Instead, I'm going to say go get a full meal. You have my full permission. Anyways, are you ready for the story? It's kind of crazy. So there's this guy, let's call him Cain, and let's call his wife Jane. When Cain met Jane, he thought that she was the most beautiful creature in the whole world. She was beautiful, smart, and just had this energy about her that just made you feel safe. So we're going to skip the details. They date, they fall in love, they get married. They date for about 2 years though, and then they get married. And shortly after, she's pregnant. Everybody's happy. Come to find out, they're having a son. So their first kid is a boy, and they are ecstatic, right? Now, let's talk about Jane's family. So Jane's family, they like Cain. But Cain noticed that they would always be like shushering and whispering around him. And he always figured maybe it's like family stuff that they don't want him to know about, so he never really like thought too much into it. Until Jane gave birth to their son. The first few days were normal, like they barely slept and there was a lot of family coming over. And Jane's mom was always lingering around, like watching the baby like a hawk. But again, he just thought, grandmas being grandmas. And they love the fact that they have the help, especially after just giving birth. So it's only been a few days now after their son was born. And Jane comes to Cain and tells him that her family is going to bless the baby in its tradition. She tells him exactly the night that they're going to do it. And he kind of asked, what are you guys going to do? How are you guys going to bless the baby? And Jane tells him it's just like prayers and offerings, nothing too major. And something in his gut told him not to believe that, but he was just so exhausted. He just was like, okay, whatever, I guess. So the night that they were supposed to do, the traditional ritual thing, well, at this point, he doesn't know it's a ritual, but the night that they were supposed to do it, he goes to sleep and he wakes up in the middle of the night like he always does, just to check on the baby. And then Jane is missing. The baby's missing. Jane's whole family is missing. So he's like, what the hell is going on? I thought y'all was going to do this blessing thing in the house. He's looking all throughout the house. He can't find nobody. And so he happens to look outside the window into the backyard and he sees everybody. And from upstairs, when he was looking outside, it looks like, first of all, they were all in all white and they were in a circle. And it looks like there was like a hole in the middle of the circle. So he rushes to the backyard. He's like, what the hell? What kind of weird shit is going on? And when he got closer, there it was. What he saw in the window. All of Jane's family are dressed in all white, standing over this shallow grave. Except for Jane. Jane is kneeling over this grave. And when he got closer, he realized their newborn baby is inside that grave. Of course, he lost it and started screaming like, what the hell are you guys doing? What the hell? And he immediately gets his baby out of the grave. Miriam's father is trying to stop him, and he's looking at her father like, are you crazy? Y'all just buried my baby and you trying to stop me? And they are all screaming at him to put him back in there. And he's looking around like, oh shit, what the hell did I get myself into? And they're all telling him it's tradition. It's for his protection. This is our tradition. This is how we're supposed to protect him. And it's going to help him to connect with the spirits of his ancestors. And as he's hearing all this craziness, he turns to look at his wife because obviously there's no way. Like they had to give her some kind of pill for her to agree with this. And he looked at her so that she can, start like, why? Give some kind of explanation, right? And reassure him that she doesn't agree with this, but she's looking like, babe, it's tradition. We have to do this. It's in our culture. Baby, when I tell you that man took his baby, packed the bag so fast and left. Now, when Cain submitted the story, I know you're going to see this because usually I just get the stories. I don't even reply. I reply sometimes. And the submitter happened to just see the story on my page. I feel like it's a fun surprise too. But you know what? Before I say what I got to say, let me just tell y'all that Cain did divorce Jane like immediately after. It was a very, very ugly divorce because it's not what he's used to. Like he's not a religious person, but at the same time that was like too much for him to take in. And Jane tried to explain to him that it's supposed to protect the baby, but he wasn't going for none of that, and I don't blame him. However, I am gonna say that that's a real thing. That's an actual thing. Haitians do it. Africans do it. It is a tradition thing where they bury their baby alive for 3 days in a row. The baby will be just fine. I know it sounds crazy. Don't get me wrong. I don't agree with it, but I know it's a thing. And it's usually a thing with people that practice black magic and like witchcraft or voodoo. Again, not excusing it, but your baby would have been just fine. Ever since learning this when I was younger, that some people do this, I never understood how burying a baby alive for 3 days and the baby comes out just fine. And I mean just fine. No dirt in their lungs, nothing. None of that. If there's any one of you that, have done it or know somebody that did it, maybe you can give a little more explanation. But yeah, it's a really pretty crazy story. I want to remind you guys that TikTok is still not certain, so make sure you guys are still making sure you're subscribing to my YouTube and following me on Instagram, because by the time they decide whatever they want to decide, I don't want to have to worry about TikTok. A new podcast episode coming up soon. Okay, love you guys. Bye.
Yeah. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. And, I wouldn't do it either. Okay? I mean, maybe if I knew more about it and why, and it's my tradition and I was raised into it, of course, I don't have a choice. That's what it is. But no. Hell no. But I'm sure, I know that it's real. I know that they do that in different cultures. Like I said before, it's all love in the Soul Tribe, okay? We don't judge or discriminate or talk about nobody's religion, nobody's cultures. We just educate, inform, and go from there, okay?
Glowing ever brighter by friendships given and received. A world that can humble the tallest one, if he but pause to test the forest's springs, or lift his eyes to the ancient trees. Beauty and this is the reality. I am the spirit of this world, soon to be here in your presence, reverent and holy. On this most important evening we share together, and we are united. The owl is in his sleepy temple. May all within the grove be left. Shine soft, O voyager across the sky, thou clear midsummer moon, warm, wilding breeze, blow memories of golden summers past where care enchains. Gather, ye forest folk, and cast your spells o'er this north. Touch their world-blind eyes with fairy hunger. Open their eyes to thank you. Love all their memories of yesterday. And there is food to our spirits.
Have you back in my thoughts, but listen to me well.
Do not be distracted, brothers. There is reckless, wanton self-control. He values nothing. Recognize his lies, his division, and be done with it. Let us cast this pathetic care out of our thoughts.
Very well, then. Silly nature folk. Fools all. Grown men, businessmen, professional men, wise men, and foolish men. All kinds and conditions of men comporting themselves like mummers, wearing gowns, carrying torches, pretending to conquer me. The end that your little life is only well with us. Back with me then to your ruined city, ye men of a hopeless task. For be ye sure that wheresoever men gather, there am I among them, always.
No, thou shalt not curse these woods.
Come, fool, I am hunger and pain.
Behold, a power mightier than thou shall smite thee with its radiant wings.
Death!
Then die! Bohemians! Bohemians! By the power of your fellowship, dull care is slain! You forsook the sea to find delight in your ancestral grove, but your evil genius followed you. He lurked amid the shadows of these trees. He sought to chill the circle round your fire this night. But the desperate calls of your hearts, the glad spirits of the grove have answered. They have overwhelmed the evil intruder. Care, your ancient enemy, is no more!
one of my buddies in there? No way, they're sacrificing. They might be sacrificing one of the people they caught sneaking into the grove.
That was weird. That's the first time I've seen that much of that video. I believe I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I've never seen that full length of it. Definitely was a body they were carrying. Was it a real person? Was it someone being sacrificed? Was it, what do y'all think it was? Baby, Bohemian Grove is nothing to play with. And the fact that people live like in that vicinity and around there, but they're not allowed to speak on nothing they hear, see, or anything is even more barnacles, okay?
Okay guys, I can't open my eyes, I'm kind of scared. The room fell. Wow! Hello? Hello? Hello?
If you care about your well-being, the well-being of your loved ones and your pets, please, please listen to me. It's incredibly crucial that you go ahead and stock up on non-perishable food, on pet food, and water, lots of water. I am seeing power outages, long power outages, potentially very long. I'm seeing people hungered down in their homes this year. I see different timelines of when this might occur, but the closest one that I see is like late March, early April, late spring, somewhere in there. Please prepare now. Take care of yourself, take care of your friends and family, take care of your pets, and be prepared for this. If you are lucky enough to get this warning ahead of time, please, please listen to it. You will kick yourself so incredibly hard if you do not listen to this. I've seen this timeline since 2016. It's only gotten stronger and stronger. So please go ahead and prepare now. Buy these things now. Do not wait. If you guys have questions, I'm gonna try to answer what I can in the comments, and maybe I'll make a couple more videos, but please listen to me. I really just want you guys to be okay through this. Go ahead and prepare now. It is so much better to be prepared and not need to be than to need to be and to not be prepared.
I've never seen anything like this, guys. Look at this. How big that storm is, how big that one is, the big one coming from and that's the big one people are talking about, California. Then you look out here to the East Coast, and then this. How are there giant storms across the entire planet? And that's for February 14th. Let's look a little bit more in the future. And we talked about this before, February 16th. Look at the size of this, guys. Stretching from the East Coast to Europe. Just thought I'd give you guys another heads up. February 18th, look at the size of this storm, guys. Touching coast to coast, across continents. February 20th. And possibly the worst day of them all, February 21st. Look at the size of this, guys, coming for Europe, United Kingdom, and Ireland. So, prediction, February is going to be very messy in terms of weather, guys. Just a heads up. But really, guys, legitimately, I've never seen anything like this. Boom, 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 boom. 5 monster storms. What do you guys think? Is this normal, or is something else going on here?
Well, that's creepy. It never hurts to be prepared for whatever, okay? Because if that was the second video and this video that said the same thing, so that's a little creepy and makes me a little worried, just a little bit, okay? I will and am prepared, getting prepared, doing what I can just in case, but it's March 1st, so I'm going to just stay positive. I'm going to, you know, just hope for the best as I always do and be prepared for the worst. That's all we can do, okay? Regardless of what you believe in, because nobody knows what's really going to happen in this world, period. I don't care who you are or what religion you are. You don't know. I don't know. And all we can do is just wait and listen. We can get our downloads and, you know, cipher through them and see, oh, yeah, no. But at the end of the day, you don't know until you know, when you know, okay? But you reached the end of another video. I appreciate y'all as usual. I appreciate your time, baby. Yeah, this was a doozy. By the time you see this, you know, my hair is going to be a little different. I am going on another hair journey. Yes, I do be wearing these wigs. This has nothing to do with anything, so go ahead and leave if you need to leave. But anyway, to my girls, honey, I had locks, and I started my own locks, and they weren't parted. They were just done, okay? And I had them for like 3-4 years. I kept wigs on because of other different issues that I was going through on my scalp. But now I have chopped all my locks off. I have a little tiny itty bitty fro, and I am going on a new lock journey. So I will have micro locks in by the time you see this video, and videos moving forward from this video. So get ready for the new look. Get ready for the natural me, honey. I'm so excited. And yeah, just putting it out there. Why? Because I want to. Doesn't really matter. Also, I start school. By the time you see this, I have already started school. So that's the reason for the 2 uploads a week instead of the 3. And yeah, life is good. Life is great. Life is only getting better. Let that be your mantra. I love you. Ashe.